Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 2 of Europa Universalis IV with the Mare Nostrum expansion. We are playing as Vijayanagar, and I've just taken some land from Barmanis, which is good because we did want to weaken them. Now I was thinking about actually releasing it as a vassal, but the problem with releasing it as a vassal, the vassal I was going to release was by Jaipur, but a lot of these provinces are owned by them, and releasing them would create quite a large chunk of my land to disappear, which I prefer didn't happen. I mean, we will eventually bring it back into the fold, but I think what I'm going to do now is just go and core stuff. Now, some of these places that we're going to want to core are probably actually part of a territory, and they actually are. So these are all in a territory, which means that coring these is only going to cost me half the amount of points. It's going to cost us 142. We can only do 2 of them, apparently. Oh, we already have cores on... No, we don't have a core on that. Well, this one already has a core. So, let's get a core on this one. Let's get a core on this one. And then we probably can't afford the core on that one. We can afford the core on that one. Okay, let's get all these cores then. So now we will start doing some diplomacy while we are waiting for our forces to regain their strengths. So we are still over our relationship limit. No, we're actually at our relationship limit now because these guys decided they were going to break their alliance with us. They don't have an alliance with anyone at the moment. So we could potentially force vassalize them. Now then, these guys, I've got a mission to vassalize these guys. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen, which is unfortunate. But we do want to get at least one vassal down here. See, a lot of these guys don't have any alliances. So if we took one of these guys and forced vassalize them, let's go ahead and just drop that mission, because to be honest, I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that mission. Now, these guys don't actually have any buddies. I don't have a CB against them, I don't believe, and we've got that truce, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it might be nice to get something against those guys. Spy networks are going well against Gujarat and Barmanis. We are above 25, so there is a chance that we will get caught. I think what I'm going to do is start establishing a spy network down here, though, just so we can take Mysore, hopefully. And start feeding some of these other people to vassals. So we've got some claims coming through from the others. That is not too bad. So we're starting to gain corruption. So the way corruption works is there are certain things that cause you to get corruption. Ours is going up at the moment because we have overextension. Now, we are rooting out corruption, which is this option here. So you actually spend a tiny little bit of money each year to root out corruption. We could put that right down, but we do have some corruption. So let's leave it up just to get the corruption down. We will reduce the army maintenance. There's no point having that full right now, especially because we are currently at peace. We can't really reinforce anyway because we don't have any manpower. So what we also want to do as well is make sure that our ruler is currently not leading an army, just because we don't want him to die and cause us to take a stability hit. Now these guys may end up picking an alliance. They've picked up an alliance with Jaipur, and they've also picked up an alliance with Orissa. Now they are where exactly? There's Jaipur. They're quite a good distance away. And Orissa are these guys on the coast. So we did take some stuff on them. We have managed to weaken them a little bit. They are going to be a little bit tricky to take out. But I think we'll be okay. I think overall we'll be able to manage. The old method for playing as Vijayanagar always used to be to take these little one province miners and actually just get one of them as a vassal and feed all the others to them. which might still be a good idea. Because remember, we aren't westernized, so we do need to try and save monarch points where we can. And I think what we will still try and do that to a certain degree, but I also think we want to try and take some provinces of our own, like Ceylon here. Ceylon don't have an alliance. We could go down there and give them a good kicking and feed that land to Jaffna, which I actually think isn't a terrible idea. I think we should be able to do that. So much so, in fact, I think we'll actually march down there and make preparations for that. I'm going to bring back one of these guys that's building a spy network here, and we will... No, it's because I've got units selected. We will go and start building a spy network so we can get a claim. In fact, we'll be able to get... If we get up to 20, we can get claims on both provinces. So yeah, corruption is going up. It's going up by 0.1 every year, which is next to nothing, really. So corruption does have some negative effects, but nowhere enough to bother us at the moment. We can't really afford advisors. If we had any advisor, it should really be an admin guy. We can afford one of them. We don't really need inflation reduction. I guess we can take the yearly prestige for now, just so we gain some extra admin points. We are still in the positives. We have arrived here. Well, now, we could take those guys on. And I think we should. We are going to want to wait, of course, until we can get a claim on both of those provinces. So that should be fine. So I've mothballed my heavies because we're not using them straight away. I could get rid of them and then just rebuild them when I need them. But again, all of this costs sailors. So we'll be waiting on that a little bit. I haven't mothballed the transports because every time you mothball them and unmothball... Well, every time you mothball them, they go down to 25% health, which means when you unmothball them, it costs you 75% of the original cost in sailors. So if we actually go and have a look at the naval units, transports cost 50 men. So it's going to be... what, sort of 37 and a half sailors per transport. So we've got 11 transports. So we're talking nearly 400 sailors each time I mothball and unmothball the transports. And 400 out of 2,300 is a significant chunk. So we do want to be careful there. So who are you currently working on? You're building the spy network in Mysore. That is fine. Now, claims last for 25 years, so what I can do here is I can just go to Mysore and we can just go and fabricate that claim straight away. So we've got the CB against them for the moment the truce ends. We can go and bring back the spy. We don't need him there anymore now. We've done what we need to do. We can go back to working on Gujarat. Are we working on Gujarat? Working on Gujarat, so let's go back to building the spy network here. Get it up quite high if we can. We could afford another advisor. That's not a bad idea if we can get a military tech. Fort defense, not all that useful. We're getting all these rank 2 guys because we're apparently making enough money to be able to afford them, but I'm not necessarily sure if that is true. I guess we can take the fort defense guy for the time being. So once these are all cored here, we will be able to convert this into a state. It'll cost us a little bit more to run it, but we'll see how that works out. Now we're going to go up to speed 3 actually. I've been dawdling around on speed 2 and I hadn't even really realised that I was doing that. So we will very slowly start to chomp away at the nations within the south of India here, and I'm not going to take exploration ideas, because obviously we're never going to meet the New World. It would be nice if we could do some colonization, but I think we can do that if we just go for the exploration idea group. And the good thing with exploration ideas is the finisher for exploration, not the finisher. There's one of these ones here that gives it somewhere. Oh, sorry, it's expansion, not exploration. Yeah, the finisher for expansion ideas gives you minus 25% state maintenance. So if you consider that what we're already spending on maintaining the states, which is under here. And we look at our states. So, actually, it should be in the economy ledger somewhere. Diplomatic expenses, state maintenance, 1.27 ducats. So we could knock 25% off that. So that's not a bad idea. We're taking attrition down here now, actually. The army's actually got so big it's starting to get attritioned. So let's just go and move those guys out of there. We're nowhere near our force limit, but of course we do have the little issue of not having any manpower. So what do we want to do here? We can gain some money, but they'd lose loyalty in the merchant guilds. Or we can get a free stability. We'll take the free stability. Having free stability is always good. We've got missions and decisions. We can accept religious sects. This will increase the tolerance of heretics, but reduce our missionary strength versus heretics. Yeah, we'll take that for now. Stability cost modifier and additional missionary strength. Well, that cancels out the one that we've already just taken. Protect against Gujarat, which is to have an army of 15 or larger. Improve relations with Mysore. That's not a problem because we're going to be trying to take them out. And yeah, I think we'll take this one. Protect against Gujarat. It's going to take a little while because we can't do it until we have enough manpower to build up to our force limit. Could we actually get some from the nobles? They'd lose 15 loyalty, but we'd gain nearly 2,000 manpower. Let's go ahead and do that, because loyalty trends towards 50 anyway. Can we get anything from you guys? We could gain 50 admin power. You'd lose 20 loyalty. You can take that. That will start to go back up again, though, so that's not a problem. You're pretty low, so we'll wait on that one. So we've just got some more admin power in the bank now. We've got some more manpower. We are fully reinforced. Got a few cores done. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a few more troops. And then we can hopefully get that mission completed. Um, 170 each month. So we won't quite have enough at the end of June. But at the end of July, we should have enough to get another... Depends whether Gujarat decide to build their army bigger. But we'll see how that goes. And then we'll go down and take out Ceylon. We're not quite up to 20 on the spy network with them. But that won't take too long. Now, they do have some ships. But I think we'll be okay. Right, we have enough manpower now to build that last unit. Let's go and do that. Now then, do these guys have any allies? They do not. Let's go and put up our military maintenance. Army maintenance. Now then, what's our corruption at the moment? It's actually going down due to positive stability. We do still have a little bit of overextension, but I can probably reduce this significantly. It is still going up, but once that overextension goes away, it's fine. We discovered an agent. We have been informed that a diplomat from Barmanis, never get that one right. Barmanis has been discovered building a spy network. The diplomat was expelled and numerous agents arrested, reducing the size of their spy network to 75%. So we know that Barmanis has 75% spy network built against us, and but they can't spy on us again for another 5 years, but they can still use the points that they've already accumulated to do stuff, which is a little bit worrying. So what we're going to do now is we will pull back this diplomat from Ceylon. We don't need him there, but we are going to fabricate claims on... Oh, we can only fabricate the one claim. Of course, we don't border that one, but it actually borders you. Well, that's fine. We should be okay on that one. Let's go ahead and get that claim anyway. We will wait until we are back at full protect against Gujarat. There we go. Let's go and give you the leader, and we will move you into position. And we need to take a new mission. Improve relations with Mysore. Manpower needs to recover. Protect our brethren. So what do we need to own? North Konkan. Where's North Konkan? This one here. That means going to war with the Gujarat. They have no alliances, actually, and they're already in a war. They do have a couple of vassals, but we might actually be able to do that mission. So I think we will be going to war with them. We've already got a claim now anyway. So that is good. So let's get these guys together. And we're going to go straight down here and declare our war. Yep, they've got no allies. So let's go ahead and confirm. We've got double the army size. We're not quite at full morale yet. So I'm just going to wait here. Now then, what do we get here? We can either give a load of provinces local autonomy to increase the goods produced, or we can lose a stability for a bit of unrest. I think we'll just go for the autonomy. It'll burn away quite quickly anyway, because that is part of the modifier. There we go. We are full. So there is a fort here. Let us move in. They've got 5 infantry and 1 cavalry. We've got double their numbers. We actually lost a naval battle there. You guys go home. Didn't realise they had a lot of ships out there. So we'll need to build up to our naval limit, actually. Make sure that we really get the most out of this trade node. Now then, I don't think those guys have anywhere to go. So they're going to be out of this one quite quickly. We've got some ports being blockaded, but we don't care about that at all. This war is not going to be running for long. So we'll give these 2 provinces to our vassal, because we will integrate them eventually, so that'll be fine. And we just need to grab this here. You guys can all group up. Do want to build up to our force limit at some point. We're still making money, which is good. How much money are we making even while we are at war? 1.29. It's not fantastic. We can actually just about afford, because we're at full maintenance. So we can afford a Diplo advisor. Let's go for the spy network construction, because morale of navies is not particularly useful. And bear in mind at the moment, our light ships aren't actually doing anything. So what is our naval force limit? We're actually quite below it. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some more lights. They will take a little bit of time to build, but they will pay for themselves. The earlier in the game we get them, the better. And we just need to wait for this place to siege out, really. So we'll be taking on these guys. These guys, let's have a look who we've got. These guys will be fairly easy to take. We need one of these guys to be our vassal. That's the problem. It's really annoying that these guys won't become our vassal. Economic base and military power. If we could get them to be our vassal, we could do all the feeding to them. These are the guys that we are guaranteeing the independence of, are they? Yeah, we're guaranteeing these guys. So we could stop guaranteeing them. I don't think we need to be guaranteeing them. It is using up a relationship slot that we don't need. But we will get a truce with them, so that's fine. Let's go and break that guarantee. We don't need to have that. Hopefully that's not going to affect the trust anywhere else. I can't quite remember what the penalties are for that. Didn't seem to affect the trust with you. No, it's still +2. If we could get our diplomatic reputation up a little bit. Now, it's been a long time since I played one of the Hindus. So what affects our ability to change our deity? Each deity will come with its own effects. I think it's only after your leader dies. I think when your leader dies, you can change your deity. That's fine. So they've got quite an effective blockade going on down here. We've taken out a loan, which is unfortunate. There we go. We have completed that siege. So let's flip both of these provinces over to our vassal. And let's ask for peace, and we want to give those to our vassal. They will accept. There's no war reparations to get. How much money could we get from them? Wow, they've got a significant amount of money there. So let's go ahead and send that demand. There we go. That's made our vassal a little bit stronger. Let's go ahead and bring our army back. We can get you guys back to protecting trade because we are no longer at war. So protect trade in Ceylon and go home at war. So we will need to get a few more ships added to that. When is this truce up? And do you have any alliances? You're allied with these guys who are our allies as well. But we may be able to do that. We've now actually got a CB against our... I didn't even really need claims on both of them anyway, because I wasn't going to keep them myself. Now, you're allied with our ally, but we still might be able to do something against you. Our truce is up in May 1450, so we'll soon be able to go and do this war. Let's go ahead and move into position. I'm not going to reduce the maintenance at the moment. We lost a lot of money there, but we will be able to get it back. These cores now, I think, are all done. Apparently we do still have some overextension. No, we've got one more core that we're currently working on. As soon as that core's finished, all of the overextension will go away. Now, of course, the cores that we've got here are only territorial cores. These are all territories, not states. There we go. So that gets rid of all of our overextension. So what we should be able to do now is make sure we've got Rutat corruption on 0. So yeah, we are spending a little bit of money. We also need to make sure we get those other trade ships, I think. So we're building up to 19. We can get 3 more. Get some more trade efficiency there. Where are our ships? We want 1, 2, 3 more added to you. That will be fine. And then as soon as we can go to war with these guys, we will probably jump in and take Mysore as a vassal. What are we up to at the moment with our relationships? 3 of 4. So we will take Mysore as a vassal and we will feed all of these other guys to them. That is the plan. And while we're allied to these guys, we might end up taking some of their land from them. We'll have to see how that works out. So at the start of the game, we're going to end up with quite a bit of overextension and aggressive expansion, but we need to try and make ourselves strong as quickly as we can and as early as we can. But that's all for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.